So in this video, I will show you how I made um, this space themed cake topper. Everything that we're going to be working with, all the images, elements um, that we will be working with today will be on Cricut Design Space. If you are subscribed to Cricut Design Space as an Access member, then you get all these images for free. I will share the link below on how to do that. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to go to a new project. So we're going to do a shaker style space themed cake topper today. Okay, so all these images are the images that I've already designed and uploaded onto Design Space, and I will share the image numbers with you. Okay, so I'm going to go for a round shaker, and I'm going to filter it down to what I've purchased. Okay, so here we go, a round shaker. It's actually called circle shaker, circle shaker. And then I have a space themed um, paper, digital paper that we're going to be using as well. So you can see quite a lot of my space themed images and elements that you can use. So we're going to be using this for the background of the shaker. Um, okay, it's a bit slow. Yeah, perfect. So once that's done, we also need the rocket ship. Add that to the images and a couple of the planets. And then depending on obviously what age group that you're designing for, let's say we're designing for a 5-year-old. So let me look for the other planet. Planet, not planner. Okay. And then finally we need a banner for the name. Okay, so we've got all our elements together. Let's start designing our shaker cake topper. So the first thing that I do is to design the base, I guess you would call it, which is the shaker. So I'm going to ungroup it first and then start moving it aside. So you have the top part here, you have the acetate layer, and then you have the base of the shaker. So let's start working with the base. The first thing I'm going to do is to ungroup it. This bit will be printed in our space themed paper. Okay, so what does that mean? I'm going to move it aside. Sorry, there's so much going on here. I might actually make it small. And then select this digital paper, place it on top of it. Let me just move all of this to the side. Select both and then slice. And then delete all the others, and then you have your background. Okay, and delete all the others, so the background will go on top of this. Okay, and then we have a duplicate as well, and when I do the assembly video you will understand why we need both. So I'm going to change the color to the navy blue of the, like a kind of like a skyline type thing, and this will go on top of it. So I'm going to select all of them, align to center and group. Okay, so here's your acetate that goes on top of it. Okay, and now let's just change the color of the top layer. So if I ungroup that, so let's try and make it space themed colors. So I might make that gold, and I might make this navy blue, and then I might make the third layer, I don't know, orange. Okay, select all of them, align, center, group. Okay, align, center, group. And that's our shakeout ready. So it's now just about decorating it, blah, 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 to make it look pretty. Okay, so I'll make it about 6 inches. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to pop the banner on top of it. So bring the banner to the front, resize it. I might actually drag it down at the bottom to make it wider. Okay, select both, align, center horizontally so that it's aligned. Okay, and then I might change the color of the banner again. On the right hand panel, click the arrow where the banner is, select the top layer, change the color, and then the bottom layer to our navy blue so that it's all aligned. Okay, that's that ready to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is to arrange um, everything that we're going to put on it. Okay, so now we have our first planet, which will go here. So let me group this. Oops, I duplicated it. Actually, let me keep the duplicates, pop it to one side, and then let me group this. I'll tell you why I've done that in a minute. So this planet can go here. So let me just send this to back so I don't keep bringing everything forward. So this planet can sit here, and the other one can sit here. Okay, and then next thing I will bring my rocket ship, rocket. I might just flip it so that it's facing the other way, and then I'm just going to pop that in the middle here, or wherever you want it to sit. Let me make this a bit smaller, and then yeah, okay. And then so the name will go on here, and the number, the age, sorry, which is, I've got a set of pre-designed space themed layered numbers on Design Space, which I would link below, and you can just pick whatever age you want. That can go at the top. Okay, so maybe this can go here, and then the number can go in the middle. That's it. Okay. I'm just playing around with what I feel will be right. Let's have a look. Okay, if the number goes to the top and then the rocket goes here, okay. Because the other thing that I want to do is I want to put some stars element all around it. Because, it's a planet. So go to your shapes and to your stars. Hide that left-hand sided panel. And then I'm just going to use my offset feature. Make sure you click on the sharp edge rather than the rounded corners. 0.10, apply, and then do another one. And then I'm just going to change the colors. So I'm going to start with a gold star and white and navy blue. Just play around with the colors and just do whatever works for you. Okay, and then I'm going to select all of that and group it, make it smaller, and then duplicate it by either pressing Ctrl D or the duplicate plus button here. And then I'm just going to place them here. Might turn it around a little bit. Actually, what I might do is I'll delete all these ones because I want them all to be the same size. And then I'll duplicate the same size, because when you cut them in different sizes and you're putting it together, it's going to be a nightmare to know which one belongs to who. So it's just best to just cut them all in the same size. Okay, I think 2 stars will be enough. Okay, and then I will just type the name. Let's make up a name. Let's say Micah. And let's try and find a cool font for Micah. So go to your font. You can use a system font if you downloaded some, but or if you have once again Cricut Design Space Access, you can use some of the fonts there. Let me pick a Design Space font. Let me look for decorative. You can actually filter it down. See anything. It's really difficult sometimes to look for fonts in real time. Always seems to take a bit longer. You're never satisfied with what you have. Um, let's try this Noah's one. Okay, not bad. Let's try that. Okay, so I'm going to make it, I'm going to squeeze it together a bit. So go to letter space and just reduce it down. That's it. And then I'm going to do an offset and do 0.01, apply, and then get rid of the original one, which is this one. Okay, and then I'm going to do another offset and 0.04. Okay, so I've done a few offsets, so I'm just going to start changing the colors now. I'm going to delete this layer actually. Okay, group them together. Make it smaller so it fits in the banner. Okay, perfect. So I might just play around with these colors a little bit more, and then I'm just going to create an offset for the planets just so it's I've got something to put them all on when I'm assembling. So I'm changing the offset and changing the colors, and the same thing for the rocket. Okay. I believe this is it. So let's go and assemble this cake topper and see what it comes out like. So I'm just going to select all of them, group them together, and create another offset to create a backing layer for it. And I'm going to do that twice. Okay, and group them all together again. Okay, that's that done. Now, I said let's leave this to one side. The reason for that is that I want to create, so you can create a shaker with light. So this first one we've just designed is with no light. This one will be with light. So in order to do that, there's one more step that we need to do. So I'm going to ungroup this, put it to one side, ungroup this. Okay, so what we need to do is to create a 0.5 inch hole here that will align with all of this as well. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one. In fact, I'm going to delete both of them, and then I'm going to do the hole. So I'm going to go to my shapes and go to circle and change the size to 0.5. So I'm going to put it in the middle, kind of like here, right? And then I'm going to select both, and then I'm going to slice, and then I'm going to delete these two. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate it. So we have our first duplicate, and then I'm going to duplicate it again. And now what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my digital paper. Okay, and then um, do the whole slice thing again. Because the thing is, if you're trying to put the whole on all three, blah, 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 it just would not work. Like, you won't be able to get it all aligned. So it's best to do it that way. Right, where's space paper? Here we go. Okay, so grab the paper, and I'll make the paper smaller so we can get as much of the elements into it as possible. Select both and then slice. Okay, see, you've got that hole, and there you have it. So that can go there. Select all, align, center, and group. So you can either do it with the hole if you want light, or without. Okay, it's entirely up to you, but we will be cutting ours with the hole. Okay, so what does that look like? Let me just show you center back. So let me align this center, group, pop this here, arrange, bring to front, and then align center horizontally. Okay, group, and then everything here, let's duplicate everything. So the name, the planets, the rocket, and the age. Okay, okay. So kind of all duplicated now. And then when you select it all and you do your offset, hopefully at the end of it, we should have a hole for the lights. Okay, let's do the contour. So we don't have a hole. So we need to have that hole because that's where our lights are going to peek through. So that means when you do your lights, you cannot have the backing, the the contour at the back, okay? For when you have your lights on, because it will be difficult to find the exact space where it is. Or we can let's try it. Let's try it this way. So let's group this, do a offset, apply, okay? And then let's ungroup everything, move it all out of the way. It looks really complicated, but hopefully it would make sense. Okay, so ungroup that. I'm trying to keep it in the same position that it would be. So let's ungroup that. And then there's another layer. Okay, so grab a shape and then change the size to 0.5. I might actually change the color to white just to be able to separate them, differentiate them. And then place it exactly. Can you see where it is? You might need to mag up a bit. Can you see? I might make it 0.55. Okay, so I'll grab the white circle and our offset, and then I'll slice it. And then it will be in exactly the same position it's supposed to be in. Does that make sense? And then arrange center back, change the color to white. So this will go on top of it exactly where it's supposed to go. Let me reduce the magnification and then let's put everything back. Okay, that's that. So, yep, it's coming together. Background, your acetate layer, and your top layer. And then you can start assembling all your decorative elements. Perfect. And finally, just the two stars. And we're ready to go and cut it out. So let me go and cut it out, and I will see you in the assembly video. Thanks for watching.